Just going to wait a little bit here till some people come in. So I'm in for the live tarot readings. I want to start doing this on a consistent basis here, but again, life goes on around, so it gets into things. So if you're in, say hi. If you're in and want a reading, say hi, I want a reading. I might as well chitter chatter here. Yeah, I've noticed in my friend circles, in my circle, it's very within my own bubble here, but nonetheless, there's a lot of negative energy seeming to peak at this time. So I just wanted to speak a bit about that. Kind of surprises me who gets caught up in this negative energy and whatnot. It's very addictive, or not addictive, you call that when you can catch it from the next person. It's very like a disease, right? It's catching, and what I'm finding is catching is the anger and the bitterness and going outward. So it seems to be catching quite highly, and I just have a few things to say about that before I continue. And basically what I'm trying to get across here is interesting, because yesterday I came across this frequency and I was like, whoa, it was shouting through the internet, like everything was in chaos. And I'm like, where is this coming from all of a sudden? Like, what is going on here? Oh, I don't get it. and to the point where I had to disconnect and get back to my center. And it was like so far from center that it surprised me. And that's the thing, it's catchy, because you could have someone in center here being pulled, pulled quite highly in a different way than I think most people feel, being pulled in the wrong directions. Hey, Lucy, thanks for coming in. I'm just going to have a little spiel here and then we'll get started. But again, that negativity, how it tugs, right? How it tugs on you to get in there and start fighting. And then you're just as bad as they are, just as bad. So we want to keep our dignity and our center. If we're in pure love, we want to stay there. And we cannot let anybody outside of us, no matter how close they are, pull us into this fight. We just can't do it. We have to stay in our center. I'm doing okay. Came into the internet yesterday and whoa, the vibes there were just outrageous. People are getting pissed off. People are reaching their peaks. They're being pushed and shoved in certain directions, not liking it. So I had to really disconnect yesterday and get back to my center. And I was like, yeah, I don't like that. Don't want that. So I wanted to make say of that. And basically, when we're in this fighting and negative mode, we really can't make good decisions. In fact, we make worse and worse decisions as we get into that anger, resentment. It starts with frustration. So if you're at frustration, remove yourself and then get back to your center. This is really what I'm feeling is a lot of friends that are on a level here where they're trying to climb higher. People are dragging them down and we can't allow that. So I'm hoping to try and instill that. Your calm, your stillness, you need to be there. And then once you get to that calm and stillness, then you start going outward and fighting for those things. And you don't have to physically fight. We just have to stand up for rights that are being taken away. And this is the thing. We can do what we can do. And from there, we continue in the reality that we want to live. So if we want to be on lockdown, we can stay in lockdown. If we want to not be, then we have to make movements in that way. And I was thinking, because I seen the London Reel with with Brian and London Reel. He was talking about this fight that he's got with YouTube, and his hands are tied now. He's got to give in. But the thing is, it's not a lose here. Now we can create the platform for free speech. We can create something different, and everybody just go over there and do that over there. We don't have to, subscribe to this. And at some point, I see myself getting off here and jumping on another platform that is, I just haven't been able to suss out what's good and what's bad yet. But when I do, I will be moving in that direction. And it may be independent web pages. It may be where you are in charge of your own contact, where people have to, we're not going to be limited by what we can say or what we can pass on or whatever. Just like people in fighting mode, they can pass on their shit. So why, after all this time during this pandemic, is this something that is not acceptable anymore? So anyway, that's my rant. Just stay in your center, people. That's all you have to do. And fight for your rights. That's what we need to fight for. Not within people, but within, against the governments, because they're trying to encroach, and this is where we cannot have this. So just stand up for your rights. And if you don't know what those are, or you have no grounding, get grounded, pray for help, and ask to be illuminated to that, and you will be. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say. Okay. So Lucy, how you doing? I'm doing okay. I'm just I'm frustrated with everybody else's frustration. So I'm trying to get back to center. Do you want a reading, or are you still here? Because I have a lot of cards here. We can go in any direction. I got career, I got love, I got general. So all you have to do is say the word. I turn my music back up because it keeps stopping for some reason. There it goes. Yes, I want. Okay. So we'll start with general energies here and see what happens. They want me to get the chakra cards. So you might be a little bit of... Okay. You know what? I'll take these out then. And I'll put 1, 2, and 3. Alrighty. We'll see what we can get here. We'll give you a longer reading since there's nobody else in here. Hey, Pink. Just give me a sec. I'll be working on Lucy's reading here, and then we can chat. Yeah, we can. Or if you want a reading, right? Is that what you're after? Oh, that one just fell right out. So, Lucy, I think you're working on making your dreams come true. This might be right in the romance direction directly that we're thinking. 2, 3. Okay. Okay. Let me set up here. Sorry. Okay, because the first card just flew right out. 9 of Cups. So that's about working with the energy of trying to make all our wishes, so fill in all our cups, right? We got 1 cup of love that's left to fill, and this is what we're working towards. Next card, 2 of Wands. We may have a couple directions that we're looking at here. In regards to that, we have a couple directions we want to go. I'm going to shuffle some more cards here as I channel the energy. I feel like, right, just like she's looking, one is bigger, one wand's bigger than the other. So there's one direction here that we feel we want to go in, or if we don't have a person in mind, we are building up our, how do you say? like our list is pretty high in the direction of what we will and will not accept. If we don't have some options here, I feel like we do. I feel like we have some options or something that's been illuminated to us as a direction to go. So in our mind processes, we're thinking, well, I could go there or I could go there, but it may not have opened fully to you yet, right? It's just a direction that you may want to go. Okay. So we'll continue from there. Just give me a sec here. The next card is the Hermit. And that came in reversed, and I usually don't read reversals because I can feel the energy or whatnot, but they're basically saying here that, like, you know, I think along with everybody, we're kind of sick of this energy of being inside, and we want to go out and be be out and amongst people, right? To mingle and socialize and whatnot. And the sense here is during this time that we've been on lockdown, we have been maybe not something we would have naturally done, but we have been thinking about things and in the love direction and how we want to go forward in that way, right? What is best for us, this kind of thing. Now, it's interesting to me. They're making me aware that, look at, okay, this is the wisdom that we're gaining, but the direction we're going is in the opposite. So keep that in mind if that applies to you, because the sense here is that we've got a list, maybe in conflict with where we want to go. Okay. So as we go into the love side here, we get the Three of Canes. Now, this is interesting because this is about a proposal. Can be about gaining attention as well. I don't feel that you've got, I don't feel you got anybody asking you to marry you, but this may be something on your mind that you want to fulfill. You want to get engaged. You're looking for the one. You want to get married, da, 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 da. This is what I'm getting, okay? Now, just give me a minute here. Okay, next card. So that's on top of the Nine of Cups, right? So again, I feel like this is all in your head. This is what we're looking for. We're looking for someone that is willing to come forth and propose marriage to us and da da da. So we're really caught up in that kind of energy. Now, the Two of Wands, and again, I felt like we have a direction that we want to go. Yeah, see, this Moon card is morphing more and more as I use it into an energy of dreaminess, dreaming of cuddling and loving and being in Paris and a moonlit night, that kind of thing. So this whole dream spans, which is good, right? Because if we want to manifest, this is what we need to do. We need to visualize it. If we can't visualize it, it's not meant to be. So we're really on that train right now of a lot of dreaminess in our mind. Now on the Hermit, again, we've gone inside and we've taken a tally of what we want. Instinct is telling me that it's not in this wand. Why? Because this is the illumination. This is what we've illuminated to, but for some reason we're going in this direction. It may be a lesson that we need to learn, or just more. Yeah, because they're going, it may fit more with the dream, right? This person may physically fit more into the dream than one that we're with all our traits that we have not come across yet. So it may be just in your circles, you not come across what you've illuminated to be the traits that you want. So you're going to settle for somebody outside of the traits that you want. Okay. And that's your free will to do that. But again, no, I don't feel no offerings are on the table. I feel like you may be in social circles, but not connecting at this time, which, I mean, it's going to be for a lot of people. Now, the Hermit, again, going inside, feeling all these feelings, figuring out what you want in a partner. We have the Six of Wands. So either we left a situation or chose to leave a situation. Now, again, there was two wands here. So maybe we chose to turn our back on one and focus more on another. Could simply be that energy. Now I'm going to go to the Lenormand or the Infinity. I feel driven to go Lenormand first, and then I'll go the Infinity cards. We'll get underneath everything in the end here. Yeah, because we're looking for long-term commitment here, or at least someone that makes us feel like we want to do this, right? We want to put in. And we think we see that outside of us, so we're going in that direction. Now, we may have left a situation. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to catch up on Lucy's thing here. Sorry, guys. Just wait until I'm done the reading, and then you can all hop in and ask. Because I 10 to 1, I'll miss the feed. But sometimes they don't even come in on the live, and then I'll notice it on the feed after. But anyway. Okay, so we're catching up to date here. She's left one, now focusing in another direction, and we may be in our head caught up in a situation where we're thinking long-term, love of our life kind of thing, that this guy might fill it. Okay, so on the 3 of Wands, we get the Garden. Yeah, and that talks about being out, socializing, being out in public, publicity. In this way, it talks to attention as well, is what I'm getting. Is maybe we're looking to gain attention from this person. What was behind there? Yeah. And the thing is, too, we got to watch that energy of gaining attention from someone else in order to fill our cup, because I don't notice the Ace of Cups here, and the 9 of Cups is missing one. So we got to be aware if that's our cup that we didn't fill yet, right? So be aware of that. We may have some self-work, self-confidence work to do. Again, the 2 is the direction, right? And then we're dreaming quite highly of what we want in a romantic kind of way. 41 is the well. Now, this is interesting to have on the dreams, because the well is about hitting rock bottom. Okay. So now we may have done this by leaving a situation that we had that didn't fit, didn't suit us. But the one thing about rock bottom is there's nowhere to go but up. So off we go. And the sun is shining in the background. It's like better days are coming. So I think we learned a lot from this last relationship here. So we're moving forward in that. Now, on the 6 of Wands, we have the 27, the letter. So we may get some communication, slow communication, or communication down the road from this person that we left. Sense I'm getting here, and we'll find out with the infinity cards, is that it's kind of like maybe someone's trying to pull you back in. Maybe either didn't realize your worth, or maybe just a need to talk. Now, if we hit rock bottom with this other relationship, I have a feeling that there's give me a minute here. Yeah, I think it was very profound for you, but the other person just wasn't quite, didn't quite get it. They didn't quite understand why you left, even though you may have told them. I don't think they believed that or whatever. Like, there's something in denial there. The other person, now, for whatever reason, they need to come forth and tell you this, or the need to come forth. But again, a letter is a slow process, so it's not going to be. It may be by text or email, but I feel very distant. So I feel like it may even come in an email. Not like they don't want. I think they feel like they might get a heavy rejection. So it may come way after, when they think you've healed from things or whatnot, something like that, to a degree that they don't want to get an answer right back. So I feel like it's not going to be in a text. It's going to be in a way where you can't answer them right back. So email, well, you can, but you know what I'm saying? An email or something that distanced them quite highly, or it may even be through a friend of a friend telling you something. Okay. It may be that way, where you'll get the message. They know you'll get the message, but there's no, how you say, where you don't have to answer. Okay, so I feel like that'll come forth in time here. I feel like it'll be end of summer before maybe any of that gets caught up with. Okay, so now I'm going to do the infinity cards, and we'll let her go from here. with what we get. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if I'm just illuminating the situation here or not, but there's a sense here of wanting to go out, wanting to gain attention from others, to be in circles where we're getting attention. Now we have the looping card. That's not good. So I'll tell you right now, there's a high probability you'll end up going back to this partner that you came from. I feel a hard lesson here, but if you haven't learned it, you will go back until you learn it completely. So on 41, again, that bottom of the barrel energy where we just really heavy energy where we don't, down and out. That's all I can say. We have the fling card. So we may end up getting back with this partner for a one night. Okay. So be aware of that energy, or have a fling with someone in the same energy as what we came from, meaning we didn't learn our lesson, take it forward. There's a lesson here to be learned from this last partner. And if we're hell-bent not going in that direction, we may not go in that direction, but we may go into another compartment that is packaged differently. Okay. So that's what I'm getting here. I'm just trying to catch up with your comments, Lucy. Okay. If you already learned and you feel like you already learned, then you can avoid it. But this is an option that's coming for you, right? So we have a fling situation here that could happen, and it may be like a rebound thing, right? Because we hit rock bottom, and then so be aware of what you're doing to make yourself feel better, okay, in relationship patterns. 27, again, about that message that's coming forth, celebration. It may be an invitation to go somewhere where this person's going to be. Now, this would really tie in nicely. Like a friend of a friend is going to invite you somewhere where they know this person's going to go, but they're not going to tell. And you're going to end up there. And what do you know? You get going, having a celebration, and then you end up looping into the same relationship or someone in the same frequency. So that means someone with the same patterns, same problems, but different. It may come in a different package. So be aware of that. That's your warning. That's what you get here. So if you truly learn the lesson, you can sidestep that quite easily. If not, you just go back in until you learn it, and you just won't do it again, right? So hopefully that helps you. It'll prepare you. You may get an invitation to some kind of celebration or a meeting or a gathering with people, maybe in a public arena, maybe out somewhere where a lot of people are gathering. And then there's a high propensity that you'll end up connecting, we'll put it that way, with someone intimately in that way. So footloose, fancy free, a little bit of a distraction, but we got to know if it's in a good way or a bad way. So hopefully that helps you, Lucy. You're free to do whatever. Again, it may not be him. It may be someone in a different suit, meaning a different person that has the same characteristics. So be aware of that on that level, right? So it may not just be him per se, but it may be someone that does the same as him. So hopefully that's not the case. But anyway, hopefully that helps you. You've been warned. You're welcome. Okay, guys, I'll see how far up I can go here. Monica, your messages are being retracted, so I can't. And positive for life messages won't come through. So I'm not too sure why. Just give me a minute here to catch up. Okay, so Pink Bailey, you asked a question and I was, are you still here? Okay, you said, will someone move on from me to date other people? Okay, I'm going to try and get in there and give you a reading here. Through that, I feel guided not to use these. Use these. And infinity cards to get underneath. And some spiritual cards here. Or, no, these. Okay, just give me a minute here. So, I'm going to work on Pink Bailey here, okay? Sorry, guys, I'm kind of... If you want a reading, just... you know what? If you could put up one of those crystal balls, then I'll just go to the crystal ball, and that'll be the next person I read. And keep posting crystal balls until you get your reading. I'm only in for an hour here, so want to get to as many as I can. Okay, Pink Bailey. Yeah, let's see what we get here. I'm gonna give you, it's gonna be 9 cards here for most people, I think. You're wanting to know if someone either you're interested in, we're interested in, is moving on. Okay, 1. Get to the bottom. Two. It's painful watching me shuffle here. Thanks, guys, for coming in. Okay, well, it's something, a globe or something round, so I can notice it in the feed. And like an earth even. So I can notice it, you know, above and beyond. And then I'll just go down as many as I can fit in. Oh. Okay. We had a fallout card here from the Infinity. So I'll read that after. Okay. So the sense here, the Fallout card I'm going to show you right away from my Infinity deck is the Watched card. So somebody's keeping an eye on you highly. This may be the person that you're talking about. Or you could be keeping an eye on them, which feel highly, obviously, right? So let's go from there. That's the overall theme. You're being watched here. Now, first card... 7 of Pentacles. Somebody's waiting for something to happen here. Give me a minute here. The sense is we've been waiting for some time, is what they said. Next card, 6 of Pentacles. This is about equal give and take, reciprocity, things going back and forth at equal balance. So, we may be waiting on someone to settle a score or to balance things out with us. Again, this could be that partner or that person. I feel a real kind of neutral place. Now, if this is you or them, not sure. Just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen here. What's going to happen? I don't know. But somebody here is really... I feel like this is on the other side of you. They're taking into account quite highly what is balanced here. Are things balanced or not? And the sense here is that it's not. And that may be why there's a distance between you, that there's a sense here of inequality here somehow. Now, the next card, Temperance. Yeah, needing to balance. Wow. Okay, just give me a minute here. I feel like somebody's temper has gotten out of control. Again, that could be you or the other person. Pertaining to the relationship somehow. We had an imbalance here. I get one person is really calm, zen, and it doesn't really, not a lot of emotion invested. So you'll have to figure out where you fit there, whether that's you or the other person. But there's not a lot invested here, but we're really curious to see what this person's going to do with what we gave them. And then again, here, I don't feel this is the same person thinking about the equal give and take. I think this person's really on neutral. They're just kind of passively guiding through here. Curious, keep that in mind. And then temperance is about trying to somebody's getting frustrated with the process. So either you or him, somebody's got a lack of emotion, someone's got an overload of emotion. So you have to figure out where you sit there. Now, on top of the 7, which is about waiting, okay, we're waiting on something. We have the Page of Wands. Now, this is interesting because Page of Wands is about a man that is, there's a statue there. He is very highly objectifying that body. Now, it is in stone, meaning no emotion, no nothing. It is just a picture. It's just a physical body. Keep that in mind. He's got flowers, whatever. It's like he's about to come forth. Okay. So this may be you or the other person, somebody who's feeling guided to kind of tiptoe in here and slowly unfold. Again, I'm getting a sense here, though. The person that's waiting is very much unemotional. Do not have a lot of invested in here. So be aware of that strategically, okay? So the 6 of Pentacles about equal give and take. Somebody has taken this into a high account, and the fact that this may be why this situation has got the distance that it does at this point, okay? Equal give and take. We have the King of Wands. Now, King of Wands is highly here. He is looks very lazy to me, non-movement, right? Again, we got someone waiting, but I feel like this is the person on the other side of you. I feel like they are very, again, I'm getting a different energy here. Because this guy, he's fire, and he's the king of fire. So he goes after what he wants and he gets it. But I get a sense of very much no heart here. No emotions, none. We're dealing from a center. I want that because I see it. It's a statue. I want to take it home and da-da-da. I don't know anything about the emotional side. I don't know anything about da-da-da. So this is what it is. We're seeing something physically that we want, and we want to bring it home. But again, he's very relaxed here, right? He's not taking a lot of action. So this is what we're dealing with. Okay, so this is as we move forward. The Temperance, who's mad? Who's frustrated? The Emperor. This is an interesting energy here. We got my infinity cards to go, and I feel like they're going to rip this up. But the Emperor is usually someone who's gone through a lot of crap in their life, and they have a lot of experience to work from. So they know, they have a knowledge base. This works, this doesn't work, da-da-da. They can also be highly manipulative. Keep that in mind. I don't feel like he's like 100% manipulative, but I feel like he's a 60-40 split. Like this guy can go in the wrong direction if he's led. He's an opportunist, okay? This guy here, he's just not feeling driven. Even though the king, that's not his energy. That's the energy I'm getting bombarded with. He's not feeling like he wants to move. So he's not gonna. And that tells you there's no no passion. There may be passion, but that may be it. There's no heart here. Okay? So keep that in mind. If you're good with that, that's good. That's gravy. But as we go to the infinity cards, we're going to get underneath. So this Page, it's interesting that we have the Page to the King. He may have grown a little bit here. He may have gone through some hard stuff here. But again, which side is he going to pick? Because I feel an energy that this guy's kind of got his one tire in the ditch and he kind of can't get it out. You know what I'm saying? Like he's kind of got his, just keep that in mind. Just keep it in mind. It's a good tactic to have when you're trying to, but nonetheless, what's on this Page energy? Oh, look, danger, crisis. So let me go back to the energy we started with. Waiting, danger. Yeah. Again, beware of who you push off waiting for this dude, because don't push anything off that's decent, because this guy may make you wait for quite a long time. Now, on top of the King of Wands, we have truth. So there's a truth here that needs to be said, either from your end to his end or his end to your end. There's something, but I feel it's from his end, but he's just very passive with it. He just kind of doesn't give a shit. I hate to say that, but there's a truth here he wants to come forth with, but he's just not motivated to do it. It may be because of this time, maybe because of, he's not motivated because we all kind of are in lockdown. It may be because of that, but there's something here he wants to come forward with in truth. Now, we don't get this crisis for no reason. Now, either you had a huge crisis when you guys broke or separated or whatever, or this is coming. Okay, so if you don't know what the crisis is, it's coming. Now, on top of the Emperor, we get tradition and old school. So there's a sense this guy has, he has, how you say, okay, just give me a minute. I got to word this right. He has very traditional role play ways of being here. The woman stays in the house. She has the children. She bakes, she cleans, she cooks. That's where you may have this, or you may not be in agreement with this. You will have to. That may be something along the lines of what this man wants to talk to you about. The interesting thing to me is how reclusive he is, or how passive he is towards your energy. When it comes to physical, oh yeah, we're charged. We got a physical thing, but his heart is really removed. So I don't know if he has to evolve in this way, and that may be part of the problem, or we're just driven by passion and that's it. We have no depth here, or we got to build depth or whatever. But keep in mind that this guy's real old school. So that could, on the good side, mean that he will treat you right and he will treat you like a princess. But beware, I really get a sense here this guy could go either way in regards to truth. I'm going to pull another, actually, I'm going to pull the bottom. Yeah, okay. Well, they said the bottom because I was going to shuffle and pull another. There is a potential here to become partners and get married, but we got to be right grounded with this character's got to come forward in his truth. And it may have to do with your perception of who this person is. They may not be telling their whole truth, or they may have built themselves up to a degree where they are not completely who they are to you. So they need to come forth in that in order to feel or make way for a good partnership. So be careful. Because if either one of you tries to disguise who you are to the other, it just really will end up in shambles. So if we can be deadly honest about who we are and what we want in a partnership, and what we will and won't accept, if we have a good hold of who we are, we will be able to make progress, and there is potential here for love. As for if they've moved on, I really feel that they're so passive that they could, but there's nobody here to do that with. So I just feel like it's just sitting in limbo. I don't feel anybody's moved, but I don't feel anybody's passionate to move. So nothing's going on is really what I'm getting. But the sense here is make sure you don't wait too long on this guy, because, you could regret that or push someone aside. If there's a separation here, then just deal with the separation. Do with what you can, like heal from it or whatever you need to do. And if you get options coming at you, there's a reason they're coming at you. Because sometimes we may have people in our lives here, they don't have the tools to deal with us. So sometimes we need another partnership to come in and then evolve us to that degree. But I don't feel anybody's reaching out, going anywhere. In fact, we have the watch card. So I feel like both of you are probably watching each other to see what's happening, and nobody's making a move. That's what I get. So not much there. Thank you. Yeah. Where you're both in limbo, so be aware of how much into limbo you go. Again, if you're separated or whatever the deal is there, just make sure that there is a truth that wants to come forth from this man, but I don't feel him coming forward anytime soon. He's really not chuffed to come forward with the truth that he has. In fact, I think he feels it's going to jeopardize the friendship as it sits. And how long he decides to wait. But again, there's a potential here. He is a very much a controlled person, likes to control others. So keep that in mind. If we are having problems with that, that needs to be voiced. There's a danger zone. You could either go either way. There's possibility for great chaos if we are two-faced and either one of us does not face our own truths. There's a high ability here to go in a danger zone. And if we do face our truth, there's a high ability to go. So it's really split. It's whatever you guys decide. But again, there's a hugely passive energy here. And then somebody that's frustrated, maybe the same people, and someone that's kind of emotionally divested. And again, they may need to learn that from beginning, from scratch. They may just not know how to deal with an emotionally deep relationship. So keep that in mind as you move forward and just be as honest, open as you can. You'll do okay. Hopefully that helps you. You're welcome. Okay, so give me a minute here to look upward. I'm going to try and catch up. Okay, so it seemed like from the hearts here. So Ty, Valentine, you're next. And then Tong, I'm going to write these down so that I can get some kind of organization. I don't have any moderators, guys, so Ty. And then Tong, Tong Technology, Tongue. And then Denise Burke, hopefully. And then April, and I think that'll be it for today. So Ty, if you can hang in with me. Tong, you'll be on deck. Denise Burke, you're after that. And then April Burnham. And then that'll probably be it for today. But again, guys, I'm going to plan on doing this more often so we're not so off base here. Want to do it at least once a month here. I want to try and do it in the Facebook room, but in there is hit and miss as whether I can get on. Let me just shuffle up some. Okay, so Ty, what area do you want highlighted here? General, we got love, we got work, whatever. General, just open it up to whatever the spirits, your higher selves want to connect with. I'm waiting on. Okay. So you're wondering, okay, so we'll keep the same cards here. See what happens. So you're waiting on a response. Yeah, keep in mind, don't wait too long. You could miss stuff that's going on right in front of your nose. But nonetheless. Okay, got it. So we'll see if we can get under this guy's, whether he's received it, how he feels about it. And we'll go forward here. They keep repeating to me, grace and dignity. I don't know if this is what you were keeping in mind as you were writing it, or this is how you're going to deal with things with grace and dignity. I don't know what the deal is there, but we'll keep going here. Just give me a minute, shuffle up. We'll get underneath. One. Go through the energies, and then the infinity cards usually get right to the point. We'll see. Sometimes I'm scared to flip those suckers over. Are you ready for the truth? That's what they say. So We wouldn't have asked, right? If part of us wasn't ready to hear. Oh, yeah. Just slipping all over the place. A certain way I shuffle. Hope everybody's going to have a good weekend this weekend, no matter. Again, inner calm, inner peace helps, right? Okay, first card. This is for Ty. 8 of Wands. Now, 8 of Wands, about a one-night stand. So that's about someone who may feel connected to someone. We may have met someone fairly quickly here. And again, it doesn't have to, necessarily mean the physical act of sex, but it means intimacies. They're going, yes, it does. So they're telling on you there. But the sense here is this woman is with this man. This man may be tied to someone else, maybe connected to someone else in a heart-centered kind of way. Next card. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is someone who has been through the mill, right? She doesn't look too happy. She's someone who is looking for truth. She does not accept a lot of crap coming at her. She's been through enough to know that she's not going to accept just anything that comes her way. So we may have a situation here. Now, again, you'll have to see where you fit here, where something come forward to us and either we kind of treaded over a line here, or somebody treaded a line here that they knew was something they maybe shouldn't have done. And there's going to be regret is the sense I get. Now, whether this is your energy or someone else's, I'm not too sure. As we move forward, we have the Ace of Wands. Well, that is about great passion and great feeling, right? Fire, passion going forward in the Ace. Now, give me a minute. Okay. I feel like somebody here is really holding back. Okay. For what reason? They may be connected to someone else to a degree that we may have had a one-night stand here, or something happened significant on the intimate level that someone regrets. If it's not you, it's the other person. Now, this Queen of Swords, I don't know who that is. That could be a partner here of this person. Do we know about this? Is this something, right? Or is this us that maybe we had a one-night stand, we never heard, and now we're kind of bitter and ticked off, okay? Now, the Ace of Wands, we're going to, again, that's just about passion. And again, right, what are they doing up in there? That's about connecting physically to a partner, okay? And passion, just bringing it outward, beginning of this, right? Starting phase of this. Now, on the 8 of Wands, as we move forward, we have the Hermit. Yeah, there's the energy. So this dude is hermiting away, okay? He went and tapped that. Now he's got to decide whether or not this is something that he wants to go forward with. Now, again, usually this card holds another partner in here. So that creates a triangular situation. But again, it may just be that this guy is dealing with some other situation. He may be involved in work, didn't want to have a love situation. He may be involved in other things that he just doesn't want love at this time. But there's something else prompting him not to go in this direction. But nonetheless, there's strong feelings that have come quite quickly over a short period of time. Now, the Hermit is about going home and thinking about it and, discussing with yourself, like, should I have done this? And again, I get that feeling that I shouldn't have done this because it's giving the person the wrong idea. And it may be you that's getting that idea. I gave the person the wrong idea. I crossed that line and I shouldn't have done it. I was weak and I shouldn't have. Okay. Just bear with me here. So this is going over that, mulling over that, and going to come outward in some kind of a decision here. Now, again, this Queen of Swords, I don't feel like that is your energy, but nonetheless, there's an energy here of bitterness, resentfulness, and somebody wanting to get to the bottom of things and someone being quite angry about the situation. So what's going on? 8 of Pentacles, that's about work and overtime. So again, Pentacles is about work. So this guy may have a lot of work here. He may have indulged in something. He tapped his own fingers, said, I shouldn't have done that because now I have someone coming after me and I don't want them coming after me. Okay, just bear with me. Ace of Wands. We have the Page of Swords. Yeah, Page of Swords is about... There's information, but I feel it's all within this one person. He's holding all the cards here, is what it is. Now, he's thinking about all this stuff that he's done. Now, either he put some effort in and is now thinking, do I want to continue this or don't I? Okay. So far, the letter's not coming up here, but we'll get to that eventually here. There's a sense of needing to recluse, like back away to think. And there's a sense here he's got an outlet, and it may be work or some kind of thing that he is invested in outside of the relationship that we're dealing with. Page of Swords is about mulling things over. He's curious, he's interested to know, but at the same time, I feel like we're not taking things long term here. Now, as we go on the Hermit, the Infinity cards, we get I want to believe, desire. Now, this is over top of this one night stand. So we do have a high desire here to want to believe in this relationship, that something can come of it. Okay. Again, there's somebody here is reclusing to figure out whether or not they want it. I feel like they really don't know if they do or not, but there's someone here that does. Okay. One of you knows, the other one doesn't. 8 of Pentacles, about the work. I feel like that's the distraction this guy's using to get away from things. And what do you know? We have the evasion card. Yeah, he's running away at this point to gain composure so that he can find out what he feels truly. Because he's really confused. He kind of jumped the gun here on the physical side. And now he's regret. Again, there's regret here, but where are we headed? We got to get to conclusion. Sorry. We got to get to a conclusion. Now, the Page of Swords is a contemplation. It's a curiosity for him to dig deeper, find out what the answer is. What do we get there? He's going to come at you with it. Look at that. That's the letter that you gave him. And that's the news. Now, if you came from your heart, that's all that you can do. And you came from grace and dignity, that is all that you can do. And from here, he has to take time to tap in to see if that is what he truly wants. Because I feel that you can do no more, you can do no less. You've done all you can do. It's his turn now, and just give him the time and space he needs. Because if we push at him or pull, that will make him go faster in the other direction, okay? Because look at what's happening here is I want, and he's running away from that. And the news, he's got to run into that news with his own decision making. He doesn't want to be pushed against that. So just have some kind of respect for the boundary here. Leave it alone. And he will come up with the best decision. Where that's going to be, I don't know, because he don't know yet. Now, the second thing is he has to understand. I feel like you've given him every tool that he needs to make the decision. So we just have to respect that time and give him that decision. You swallowed your pride, that's good, because that'll show that openness to him. Again, I feel like you've done everything that you can do. You just need to give him the time and space to make his decision. Hey, Andrea. Sorry. Hi, Yolo. Yeah, I've got my list, but you know, I'm going to be burning through it here. If you can hang with me, we'll see. I'll do a thing here. So Ty, hopefully that helps you. That's really what the answer. Don't know. Has he received it? I feel like whether he has at this point, I don't know. But the thing is, he really does have to deal with that information in that letter, and he needs to think about it and mull it over. He's curious about it, and he needs to look deeper. Again, I felt high regret on first because something happened here and there's a high regret. He shouldn't have done that. Why? because he's in a mode where he didn't want a partnership right now. He wasn't ready for it. So now he has to go back and realign everything. Is this worth it? Da, da, da. So all you can do is just be there. Do what you did is dump all your feelings out. He's got it, and just let him sit with it. He will come back to you when he's ready. So if we start poking, he's just going to run in the other direction. So just keep your belief and your desire. Again, don't shut your life down, but keep your belief and desire. If he comes back, he should at least come back in respect to acknowledge it and say, look, da, da, da. But again, I don't feel a decision here. He's not made up his mind. He's confused. So he has to do that in order to make a decision. And that's what he needs time for. So that's what I'm getting. Hopefully that helps you. Sit tight a little longer. He just hasn't made up his mind. So until he does that, he's just not. Alrighty. So that was Ty. Okay. So next is Tong. Denise and April, and then we'll see where we can go from there. So Tong, what kind of, if you're still in, kind of reading you looking at? I'm going to shuffle. You can answer that. While I do so. Okay. Well, again, I felt like, you're free to do whatever. Just the sense that we didn't know, the guy doesn't know where he sits, right? Is the thing. That's what I'm getting. April. Okay, I got that message. You'd like to hear anything? Okay, so I'll make it general, and then we'll go from there. ASMR. I'm kind of full up for today, but I will be doing this monthly. So, another thing you could do is join Infinity Readings and Reviews on Facebook, because I'll be going in there once a month as well, and it'll be alternate. Probably the beginning or end, or I started on the middle, so I might be doing mid-month and end of month. I don't know. I haven't made a schedule yet either. Okay, so Tong, are they still in? Tong in? Yeah, okay. Love reading. Okay, so we're going to keep with the same cards here. Oh, they're showing me a different deck. Mucha. Something in the Mucha. Okay, I'll use these instead. These are kind of light and fluffy too. Okay, this is for you, Tong. We'll go from here. So yeah, sorry guys. People come rushing in, and are you guys seeing my notices? Probably not. Another thing to do is subscribe, right? If you subscribe, you'll get a notice. Hopefully you get my community notices, because that's where I post when I try and post there first, and in the Infinity Room where as much notice as I can give, I try to give, so that y'all know. And then when you come in, and because I think the amount that I can go through is very little within an hour. Here I'm already on an hour, but trying to limit to an hour. But I was yapping in the beginning. Hopefully everybody's in a decent vibe. Okay, Tong. These are shuffled. One. Wow. These don't want to shuffle, so something's not going smoothly here. Did I see your question? No. My question is, well, Armani. Okay. Hi, Armani. Okay. Ex-girlfriend. Okay. We'll try and suss that out here. See what happened. With these infinity cards, usually we'll get some kind of answer. Mind you, again, right? People making up their minds. Some people, not only universe in limbo, but people are in limbo, right? Relationships in limbo. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, first card. This is for, what is it? Armani. Okay, I want to make sure I get that right. Alrighty, 3 cups. That's about celebrations, being together with people we're excited to be with, happy, great connections, celebrations. Again, being out and about with people that we like to be with. Could be small groupings, depends. Next card, 10, 11, 12, right? So that is the hangman. That's about taking a time out, right? So, right. So highlighting the fact that we may have had a lot of fun and excitement with these people, got along really well, but for some reason here we had a hang time. There's somebody here needs to look at the relationship from a different perspective, because somebody's got the wrong either idea or going down the wrong track or something here. So it's interesting to me. We can go from a 3 of cups, everything's groovy, to someone. So we may have had a misunderstanding or something get in the way here of something like this relationship. Next card, King of Swords. Well, what does he do? He's cutting things out here. He's very much in action mode, getting ready to cut. So somebody did an aggressive cut here. Not taking our heart into account is the sense. This is all full of heart, being connected with people that we feel connected to. And this is kind of the opposite of that. That King of Swords, man, he's just ready to chop things off. So they're not giving me much in between. There's a hard severing here is what I get. Okay, so moving on here to expand on the 3 of cups, we get the strength card. Now this is interesting because the strength card is about, like, this woman, she's a statue, she's not going nowhere. But this guy's trying to move her off her pedestal, right? So are you trying to move that person off of their decision? Were they the one that made the decision that you don't like? You're trying to, or is it the other way around, right? Somebody here is trying to take strength away from someone else or push them off their opinion. Somebody's made a decision here about something and we're trying to push them off that. Now, on the 12 card, the hangman, we have the 10 of swords, and that's even though it's the 10 of swords and that is about endings, it is my card of leaving a rose. It's like we want someone to know we care, but we don't want them to know who cares, right? We want them to be happy, but not happy with us. So there's a sense here of someone caring, but almost like not enough to warrant a relationship. Not enough. There's caring here, but not enough. This is what I'm getting. I don't usually, this card's kind of morphing for me. Now, the swords guy, now this is someone, it's a masculine here. So it's someone here that cut things off quite harshly. Now, this may be the misunderstanding. We may have said something quite harshly. If we're an air sign, that's a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, we could have been up in our head and said something quite bluntly to a partner that took it the wrong way, is kind of what I'm getting. But nonetheless, it was said and things happened. Now, we have the Empress on top of that. That's the mother energy. This could be a woman who literally does have children by you or children, period. She's a mother. Now, If we're talking about this guy's energy, again, I'm getting a harsh cut here of something. We're cutting away something, but we're looking at this woman like she's the be all end all, right? She's the Empress is full of abundance, fertility. She's everything the man wants, right? And look at him looking at her, right? If we were to put this in chronological, he's looking at her. So did we end a situation in order to get into another one that we see outside of us? Or is there a situation with a baby mama here that we got to deal with? Something like this is going on. I feel like there may be two people involved here, but we're going to continue. Okay, infinity cards on top of the strength, trying to pull someone off their strength, whoever that is, shuffling. Yeah, here we go. There it is. There's two people here. We can't make a decision. We cut one off, and we're trying to go in the direction of another. boy. It's not going so well. Okay, she ended it. Okay, give me a minute here. So she may be in party mode, right? Going out, being with people. Kind of like, don't tie me down, right? Don't tie me down. I don't want to be tied down. I want to be footloose, fancy free, da-da-da. I want to be able to go out and do and be and see, right? This is what I'm getting. Now, the hangman, right? That's what is literally happening here. Everything kind of put in hang. So you're interesting to me. You said she ended it, but the sense I'm getting is that it's kind of up in the air. So I don't know why I'm getting that. Maybe that's just your idea of it. You're trying to convince yourself it's not over and we're continuing. Again, that energy of there's caring, but not enough. And as we move forward, okay, so this is interesting. They put the man in here. So maybe that's the misunderstanding. She ended it, but it may have been, I don't want to start a fight here. May have been something that she just didn't care to discuss with you. Didn't feel the need to discuss with you from further back. So again, a baby mama in the mix. Now, on top of that 10, which is about the caring, but not enough to stay or stick with things. There's a truth here. Okay, what do we have behind? There's a truth here that needs to come forward. And I feel like this is the problem. We may not have spoken our truth in this relationship. Doesn't mean that we lied to someone. Just means that we weren't enough of who we are to the person that they couldn't get any deeper, right? And this may be the problem here, right? Because this guy's a very, just the facts, Jack. I don't tell no heart stories, da da da. So I don't know if this is where you sit or they sit, but somebody here's not opening up to their truths enough to the partner, and the partner just felt like, I'm out of here. If I'm not going to get the truth, they may have known a truth that you didn't know they knew, and therefore you were going to, this kind of thing, or vice versa. You may have known a truth about them that they didn't know you knew, da da da. Hey, Paradise, how's it going? Where am I at here? Tongue, or what was his name? Armani. So I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going in different directions. I do get it. The essence, the root here is a misunderstanding. Why? Because our truths were not told in this relationship. We really didn't know who we were dealing with. We didn't give our truths to them. They didn't give their full truths to us. So therefore, we kind of just lost interest. Why? Because we weren't deep enough in the relationships. What I'm getting. Now, on top of the Empress, we have now somebody is seeing someone, and it may be you, Armani, as their abundance. You're looking at that person with abundance and a whole lot of energy there. It's all great, wonderful energy that's magnetizing. You want to go in that direction. On top of there, we get the diamond in the rough. Now, I feel like that's an expansion on your perception of this person. I feel like this person left, and again, I feel like it's a misunderstanding as to why. One, because we may not have shown our truths outwardly to that person enough for them to invest fully. So really what I'm getting, this person is kind of like, yeah, I can't deal with someone with no heart. May not be that you don't have a heart, but you didn't open up your truth to them. That door was never, and they're just like, I can't deal with people like that. I hate to say, but this is what I'm getting. It's harsh. You may see them as a diamond in the rough, and at the same time as everything that you ever want. But there's some things that they need to work on. That's being held back as well. That's never been discussed with the partner. This is all stuff that women, they do feel it, and if they can't get to the bottom of it and they know you're holding back, they're just going to take off because they just see that there's no commitment there to deal with things. And I feel like that's what happened here. We had someone leave because they knew that we were holding back and we refused to give anymore, and that's why they left. That's what I'm getting. So I don't know if Amari, if you're still in, but that's what I'm getting. So there's a sense here of not being open enough, both ends to a certain degree. But I feel like this other person is going to start opening up their social circles so that they can just go out and be with people of like mind. There's a sense here of wanting to push someone off of their post, of the stand that they made, but I feel like neither one of us knows exactly where the other person is standing anyway. So we're kind of pulling someone off something here where we don't understand their true motives, right? And there's truths here that need to come forth. But I feel from the masculine end, which would be your end, there's no understanding that these need to be told. And I think that is the reason why that person left, honestly. I think there's truths there. They know that you were holding back and you just have no way of knowing that. Well, they don't know what's going on, so why would they? Well, it's an instinct, and women have this, and if they feel it and they can't get underneath it, sometimes they'll just go. Because if it's not being dealt with, they feel like it's deviousness, so they're going to leave. And I feel like you're starting to see this person in a more rational light, but still they're that diamond you wanted to, how do you say, smash, or they're that coal that you wanted to smash into a diamond. There's a lot of potential here that you see, but as of now, there's not enough truth here to get through to that other partner there. You just have to be, when you're in love, you have to be blatantly honest and wholehearted and open and all that. And some people are just not ready to do that. And I feel like some people are not even aware they got to do that. So that's part of it. So hopefully that helps you. I don't see him coming in here, Tongue or Armani. I'm just shocked. Okay. At what I said, I'm not too sure. But the essence is that there's a truth here that needs to be told. I feel like instinctively, again, a lot of stuff that's not being discussed. Instinctively, this woman wanted to get underneath that. May have confronted you on it out front, but you're not feeling a need to go there. So therefore, they feel like they're not going to get the whole person. So they're just backing away. That's not something that they want in there. So, it's your decision to do that or not do that, but it's highly important for women. When they feel instinctively something's being held back, they feel like they're being deceived. And even though you may not be deceiving them, you're holding back a truth that they feel they have a right to. And that was kind of a deal breaker for them. So off they went. Alrighty, Denise. Hopefully that helps. Denise, General. Okay, she knows where she's sitting. General. Okay, we'll flip these cards over. I'm going to use what? Yeah, okay. Okay, Denise. Tap in your energy here. And then we got April. And sorry, guys, that'll be it for the the afternoon. But we'll reschedule here again. I'll try and put the posting up as in advance as I can. Well, that one's got to come through. Trying to tell me the chakra cards. Yeah. Okay. And these ones. Man, some of these cards, not good, woman. There's a lot of stress and anxiety here popping out. Like, oh, we'll get through it. Let's see what happens here. I feel like going for the infinity cards, no less, to get underneath here. They're trying, even though I made it as a romance deck, they're trying to get me to expand it outward to regular energies. So I'm going to do that. Okay, Denise. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll go with these again. So thanks, guys, for coming in. Just check my posts. If you're not a member of Infinity Readings and Reviews, join there. You'll get notices there. I might be on shadow ban. I'm not sure. And also, if you're not subscribed, you'll get notices, hopefully. If you don't, I'm not going to bother posting. I might just do a video, a quick live video. Yeah, I'm going on, I've done that before. Because I don't see any traffic. Like, it says 0 views for my posting. So it's like nobody's seeing it on the community page. So okay. 1, 2, 3. And then we got 2 pull-out cards. So heavy energy here of yeah, well, we'll see where we go here. Okay, first card, Denise. Movement, choices, and decisions. Yeah, and obviously, right, because these are our pull-out cards. These are cards that flew right out, like, without suffering in silence. So there's a lot of uneasy energy here. And 9 of Swords, which is stress, anxiety, and like the Nightmare card. Thoughts, right, that are getting to us. So is that outside sources, or is that about this decision, right? Is there something here we have to make a decision about? We're not quite feeling good in the energy that we're sitting. Next card, 5, obstacles and challenges. Not seeing a clear way here, though. Again, there's just a little bit that's broken off. We can step over this quite easily. We may be making mountains out of molehills. Again, what they're telling me here is that we really do have to get to a place of peace and calm within ourselves before we start going outward and making decisions. So we got to calm ourselves down first before we make, we can't make a decision in this anxiety-ridden energy. That's what I'm getting. Now, if you're not relating to this, too confused with me. Yeah, like conflictive is what I'm getting. Conflictive energy. Okay. So past the obstacles. So there's a decision that we need to make here. And the sense is that we either got obstacles to overcome in order to make the decision, or we're finding it very challenging, just to make that. Now we have victory and success. I feel like this is assured. We just have to figure out a way to get through. And I feel like that has to do really with your mindset. We may have a mindset here that's not in congruence with our physical, how do you say, like our mind may be going in directions that doesn't help our physical reality. Like we want to make a decision, go forward, but our mind's not in agreement. Does this make sense to you? Okay. Now on the 2, the decision again, is this, well, we'll go forward. 3 of coins. Yeah, that is about self-worth. When I see that yellow in this card, it's about self-worth, but it's also about putting work in. So again, here, this is where we're going to have problems if our mind is spouting off stuff that our heart's not, right? I feel like this decision, I don't know if you're vibing with this or not, but I feel like the decision you make, meaning, are you aware that there's a huge decision that you are making here? Are you aware of this? You may not be, is what I'm getting. Now, if you're aware of this on a level, it's like it has a lot to do with your self-esteem. We're making a decision to increase our vibration here in some kind of way. Again, the perception here might be different on your end. Now, on the obstacles and what challenges? What do we get there? 3 of Swords. Look at us stay in that self-esteem energy. Give me a minute here. So obstacles, yeah, 3 of Swords. That's usually about heartbreak, right? Because they're stabbing it right into that heart. Now, I was going to say here, because they were highlighting the rings, is this a decision about a relationship that we have? And then I thought, well, I'm not going to go there if I don't have to go there. But it seems like it is. And not only that, it's for our highest good. We have to make this decision in our highest good. And we may have been making a decision for others, and now we got to pull that energy back and make it for ourselves. And then from here, there's no obstacle. They're going, if we make the decision for somebody else, there's absolutely obstacles. But if we make it for ourselves, it's pretty simple, isn't it? Is what they said. Okay. So take that into account. If we're going pure yellow here, we're trying to enliven our life. And in order to do that, sometimes things have to be sacrificed to a degree. Like there's a clear path here, but we're not looking. We're looking where everything's jumbled, and they're going, we got to look where it's clear, and we just got to go in that direction. It's very clear when you, what I just said. What did I just say? When you take away the obstacles are, is it for my highest good? If I keep my feeling, my intent into account, where do I go? Boom. There's only one place to go. They're going, that's it. That's it. On the 6th, the victory, how do we gain this? Wheel of Fortune. We are guaranteed to get great things. Now, that Sword of Truth is illuminated. There's all the elements are there. The Wands, the Cup, the Sword, the Pentacles. All these new directions will be open to you. You'll find new foundations for money. This may be where we are working to overflow. The sense I'm getting here is money is a fixture. Okay. We're making a decision based on money. Take the money out. What's the decision? Go from there. Now, again, the swords, the truth of the matter, we have it. We have it. It hurts, but we have the truth. And the cups, we're going to start over. And the wands, that's the action. So it's really all laid out here. You have all the tools you need to make the decision. We're just kind of getting caught up in things that don't matter on certain levels. They're going to matter. And this is what we're going to argue. But on certain levels, they don't matter when it comes to our own selves and pushing our own selves forward. This could be about work, but I'm getting actually, if it's about work, then we're highly emotionally invested in our work. And this could be that as well. Yep. The sense here is we really do know where we want to go. And we're really letting people stop us from going there. Why? because we feel we don't deserve it at this time. And if we don't feel we deserved it this time, we got to get to a point where we feel, because the wheel of fortune is here just waiting to open all those new doors for you in money, in truth, in emotion, and in action. All we have to do is take the action, and that's the one closest to her, and they're going, that's the one she needs to take first. Take that action. If you're on a precipice here of jumping, we need to go in confidence. Things will be there for us. There's been a heartbreak here. Has it been from your work, from people like in this way, kind of not treating you the way you deserve to be treated? Something's going on here. We're working hard. There's no two ways, but we could do this in any shape or form, in any direction. I don't know. You're going to have to suss your soul out. Now, on the infinity cards, we'll get to the bottom. 3 of coins. What is that about? Opposites attract. So we may be dealing with opposition here. Again, in relationship, usually this has to do with relationship, but this could be work. Are we in a work environment where we have a lot of people not at our vibration? But maybe it's beyond that, where there's opposing parties here. We cannot make it work. Usually opposites attract. They can blend together quite well, even though they are hugely different, right? So there's a sense here of wanting to do that on a certain level. Now on the 3 of swords, what do we get? With escape room, and that's a need to escape. Yeah. So if you're at a job you don't like, this is the perfect time to jump to something else, or a relationship, whatever genre that it's in. There's something here you don't want anymore, and that's what they're talking about. And the wheel of fortune, we have hooked. What's behind there? Because that's about an energy that we're hooked to. Yeah, there's something here I feel like is new. When we get a hooking energy, usually in romance, it talks to someone that's caught your attention and made you look like, and now you're going to keep looking in that direction. So there's a sense, like if we're talking about career, there's a sense of this as well. Something's caught your attention over here, and you're going to keep going down. And that's where your success lies. And I feel like it's divergent from where you've always been. So maybe a career change, completely different career direction, this kind of thing. Well, if you lost it, that's in the past. I feel like this is about something you want to leave, you want to escape. I don't know, you're going to have to figure out where that sits, but it's something here that the sense here is it's time to go. It's time to move forward. You got another direction going, and that is going to give you prosperity. That's going to change your fate. We can stay where we are, but it's just not going to change our fate. We've been there, done that. So that we're just going to get more of that. Really has to do with the baseline of self-esteem here. Do we feel we deserve treatment like this, or whatever's going on? Do we feel we deserve 2 yellows, right, and a green, and that's heart chakra. Green is heart, and they're going, we got some fateful things coming forward here. Want to grow in that area. So you're going to have to search your soul, because this is very, I don't get a lot here. So you may be a private person not wanting a lot out. So it's really being held back from me. So there's a consciousness there, protecting that information. Or it could be that you don't even know yourself. You'll have to search your soul and go through this maybe a couple times before you realize. But the strength here really sits in a decision to go forward in a certain direction, knowing that there's success here. There's a want, and there's also pain, right? That has shown us this is not right. This is not the way to go. So we need to go in the other direction of like somewhere else other than where the pain is hitting us, right? I'm not saying in avoidance. I'm saying knowing full well we're not going to let this happen again is kind of the sense they're giving me. Because there's a need to want to escape something. And they're going, yes, go forward. And there's also a need for curiosity outside of that, going, there's something over here I need to deal with. And they're going, yes, just like a kid, come over here, look in this direction. Open your view, open your box up a little more, and let's go. And it may be a friendship or a relationship that you have that's kind of had its day. One person or the other has changed frequency, and it's time to move on. And unfortunately, some people, they just hang on to those things because they think it's for their highest good, but it's not. And that's the sense I'm getting here. Something we're meant to let things go here. Yeah. And you got the hooking, I feel, is in the new direction. So you'll have a little bit of a pull to go in a certain direction in the future. And that is for your best interest because it will turn your fate in a good direction. Okay. So hopefully that helps you. It's kind of cryptic, but you'll have to figure out whether, because I'm really not getting, it could go in all areas. I was getting initially, it might be a romantical thing, but I don't know. That could just be from the heart, right? From a heart-centered place, or someone that's been with us that long in a scenario could be that way. Don't really know. So you're going to have to search your soul, figure out, because they're wanting you to make a decision and give it 2 weeks. Usually my energy will unfold within the end part of the first week and then go forward. And then maybe this will illuminate more. Maybe this is yet to happen here. But it's wrapped around where we get our disappointment from. There's disappointments coming. And that needs to stop, is what they said. Because we're getting disappointments in certain areas, certain area. And that's what they're trying to ward you away from. So if it's a friendship, job, whatever, you'll have to figure that out. So maybe just being more aware of that, you'll see better. Okay. Hopefully, Denise, that helps. Okay, April, last reading here. Thanks, guys, for being patient. A lot of this stuff I can't really tap into, but I see that my friend Andrea is in here kind of guiding people. So thank you for that, Andrea. I don't have a lot of, like when I zone out, it takes a bit to zone back in. So I try to just read and then go from there. So April, she's still in here. We got her reading, and I can't remember what. You're welcome. Yeah, might have to search your soul a bit. Which ain't, I mean, we got time, right? Hey, Melissa. Yeah, I don't have a donation box or anything like that. I was actually thinking there's a few people that come at me as a way to give or receive. I'm thinking of setting something up like that in the future. But I don't have anything like that. I don't have monetary stuff right now, but thank you for offering. That's awesome. I appreciate that. Andrea. Okay. Yeah, so we're on April. Is she still here? I'm not too sure what, I'm going to switch cards here. Not too sure what kind of reading she wanted, if she's still here. But again, thanks guys for coming in. A little bit of a blizzard storm when I get in here. Start reading. I gotta stay in one world. Is this up? No. April. Okay. So I didn't know what kind of reading you were wanting there. So start with general cards and we'll go from there. I don't know if you were the one that said just give me whatever. Hey guys, yeah, this is the last reading. I was supposed to be in for an hour and I'm in for an hour and a half, but I will be coming in monthly. So you just keep, how do you say, subscribe and you'll get a notice. If not, go to Infinity Readings and Reviews. I put notices up there as well for the live nights. And I'm going to, again, I've been trying since last year to get 2 live nights and I haven't done it yet. It's like stuff gets in the way, but hopefully things will start slowing down now for me. And I can dedicate more of my time to that. Hey, Perry, Preeti. Thanks for coming in, guys, again. Okay, so last one, April. Just shuffling up here. Decide which, I feel like they're guiding, are they? Guiding me kind of to some grounded cards here, so I'm going to use that. These ones they're asking me about. 1, 2. Okay. I'm going to leave it at that for now, and then we'll expand if we need. Okay, the first card I get free, April. 3 swords. Man, that. Oh, oh, oh. Who says that? One of the tarot dudes says that. Out, out, out. When he gets the 3 swords. That's not great feeling. Sorrow, isolation. What is it? Rejection. Yeah. So disappointment highly to a degree. So we may have had something come at us in this way that's highly disappointing. So we're in that mode, right? Next card is the Knight of Swords, clarity and authority. That's interesting because this guy's coming into that energy of disappointment. So we could have someone that has just an air sign, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that could be coming in to disappoint us, has done this already or will be doing this in the future. Next card, 2 of Wands, about movement and being bold. Yeah, there's a lot of fire behind this guy. So is there someone like kind of after you in a vengeful kind of way? It's the sense I get here. This energy is behind this dude going forward to disappointment. Now, he's either coming in and we're going to disappoint him, or he's coming in to disappoint us, is what I'm getting. Does this make sense to you? Because it's harsh energy. Now, they told me to get some grounded cards here. So on top of this isolation and, well, who isn't feeling that to some degree? On top of that, we get the 4 of Swords. This is interesting because this is always my kind of la la land card where we're really not taking things in on a level where we're not aware of stuff. Just kind of being distracted by the bubble machine. Like she's blowing bubbles in her office and the angels are trying to get her attention, and some of them are just so tired they got to take a nap, right? It's like your instinct is trying to tell you something, but you're not listening. That's what I'm getting. And it may be to prevent you from heartbreak. So again, if we're not in a mode here, April, where we're been hurt, beware this could be looming quite heavily, quite quickly, because this is the fastest dude in the deck. He comes in, stir up stuff, and he's not necessarily coming in. I mean, he could be looking for his own truths, but he can be warped in his thinking as well. So be aware that energy coming in. So it may be someone just coming in to stir up trouble. Okay, this could be on a friendship zone or in a love direction, but I'm getting someone highly here. So if we are not in this energy of disappointment and separation, I feel like we're being distracted, is what I'm getting from that card. Now, on top of this Knight of Swords, we get the 9 of Wands. I'm going to go to the book for this because I'm going to go instinctively and then I'm going to go to the book because it's almost like there's a trigger word in the book. 9 of Wands about completion, is coming to final decisions on something. Again, fiery energy coming forth. So air and fire is quite highly in their chart. They may be an air sign with a lot of action behind them, or they may be a fire sign with a lot of thoughts on their mind, okay? So yeah, and it's interesting, there's 4 candles out of that. That set she's got there, which comes to 9, right? So there's a sense here of like, yeah, they're going half truths, because if you only got 4 candles lit, you can only see that half of the situation. So there may be someone coming at you that is not seeing all of the situation. And again, we're distracted. I feel like this is just going to knock us on our ass, really. It's what it is. Somebody's going to come out of the blue and spouting off stuff about certain situation that we just may have no clue about at all. Because if you're in this, I'm not getting, yeah, my nose starts going like that. Getting deeper in energy here. I feel like you're not in this energy at this point. I don't know. You're going to have to confirm that, whether you are or not. This is Libra energy about wanting to balance out. Maybe a Libra. Yeah, maybe a Libra that you're dealing with. We are highly distracted. We're just not going to see this coming. This is to come, I guess. And the thing is, this person that's coming is not fully illuminated. They're up for a fight and they're trying to get clarity about their situation, but they're coming upon a person that is completely out of the blue. Now, be bold and move. What do we get on there? 10 of Cups. That's interesting. That talks about marriages, weddings. We could be talking about ceremonies, this kind of thing. Is someone in your circles getting married or in a position where they're engaged? And there's a big who-to-do about that. Somebody connected to these kind of circles. I'm not getting nobody talking here. No validation for this. Okay, something to do with a person in a circle where they're either getting married, like a wedding party coming out at you. I don't know, something funny here. But they're coming in wholeheartedly off half truths, but they're coming in your direction to get answers, and I feel like it's just going to hit you sideways. Now, I go with this card. You're going 3 more, and that's it. So if it's not, and I don't feel it's you, but maybe it is you, stuck up in a wedding, like either we just got married or we're just going to get married or we're having wedding plans here, something to do with that, and somebody getting right excited about something. Your dad is. Okay, so is your dad an air sign? Are you not? See this weird stuff here. It's almost like someone's coming in your direction to talk to you about something here that may have like a to get to the bottom of things is what I'm getting. And as they go in your direction, okay, you're kind of not expecting them to come to you for this. So I don't know, maybe they want you to be in the wedding party you're not expecting to be, or they're asking you advice that you just don't expect to be asked upon or excluded from, or you're just completely out of the blue is what I'm getting. Like somebody's going to come at you and ask you something completely that you're just not expecting it coming your direction. Something to do with this wedding. Is it like, are you not close to this person that he's getting married to? And she's going to ask you to be like the best woman or whatever? That kind of thing. Is that what it is? I don't know. There's something here. And again, there's a misunderstanding of, and I feel like it's highly on your end. There's a misunderstanding that you kind of put yourself out of things. And that may be the half truth here. Just give me a minute. I'm going to go. Me, he is a Leo. Okay. So there's something he wants to know about from you about this wedding. Okay. It has to do with this wedding highly. This is what's driving him. Are you standing out and going, I'm not going? Because that's kind of the sense I'm getting, or being passive, not in revolt, but being passive, like I'm not going to go, or I'm not invited, or you're kind of putting yourself off to the side here. And the sense is that no, she's going to be a good part of it, like that she just doesn't expect. 1, 2, 3. Okay, on top here, the 4, again, is somebody kind of being in their own world and not dealing with any of the matters here. But if you're not, like, I couldn't get an answer from you if you're in disappointment. If you're not in disappointment now, you may be, and it may be something that you just didn't see coming. Okay, now here's the Dramarama card. This is... Yeah, again, we're kind of in delusion about something here having to do with this wedding, okay? So something that's going to create a bit of drama here through the process. Now, again, this was giving me a fire about somebody coming in with a half truth. So coming in with something that they need to get figured out, they need clarity on, or they need some kind of an answer to. We get the Knight of Wands now. See, this is interesting because it's coming in the direction of the energy I attribute to you. So it's like somebody here, now that's a Wands energy. Somebody here is professing. Now he is off his horse. He's off his rocker. Something wrong here. He doesn't really know what he's doing or what's going on. It's interesting to me, he's not professing love to this love card. He's going in this direction. Now, just bear with me. 7 of Wands in defense, being in defense, fending off the energy of being married. Is your dad going to come forward and say, you know what? I don't think I want this marriage. I don't want to be married. I don't love this person. What's going on? Like, what's underneath here? Queen of Swords. Yeah, somebody's going to get cut off here. I hate to say that, but something happened here. And it's interesting to me that the energy here is of the man that is professing love, but it's up in the air, like he doesn't know what he's doing. So maybe he's cutting, or somebody's been cut, because the Queen of Swords is a female energy. The Knight of Wands, they are not a match, so we be aware of that. Oh man, something's going on here. So I don't know if you're reclusing yourself because you don't want the drama, or there's stuff that's been going on, or you're in defense of people that are creating drama, but something's about to blow here. If you don't know what it is, be prepared, because it's going to create some havoc for you, is the sense I'm getting. Yeah, something's going to blow here. Somebody's in defense, and I don't know what it is or what, but somebody's coming in to get underneath. And if you're kind of just, you want to go, I don't know. I don't get the dynamic here. It's not matching up. But the bottom line is here, somebody's going to be cut out. So if it's not you, it's going to be someone in the wedding party that's going to be kind of like somebody's fed up with things. They're going to come forward here in the form of this guy's going to come forward and give you a warning about something. And then if we decide to kind of distract ourselves away from this, then it'll be us that'll be sacrificed, the sense I'm getting, for whatever reason. And by that, I mean, there's like a decision that needs to be made, or somebody's holding on somebody else to make a decision. And people aren't, somebody's mad at somebody else for not doing something. So just people are not getting, lack of communication really is what I'm getting here. But it's going to come to a head soon, so you'll know exactly what it is. It's going to be a big drama-rama thing by the sounds of it. Okay, so that's what it is, that he's coming forward. And either he's told you to change, whatever. So the thing is here, you're just not listening. You're just not ready to. And that will be creating some drama for this. And then really what's going to happen is it'll come out in this ceremony or through the marriage somehow. There may be an energy coming back at you in defense. Like, we're not going to, if there's something they want you to change, they're going to take a stand and say, I'm not putting up with this no more, or that, or whatever it is. Taking a stand against, because I feel like this is the wife and this is the husband, and they're both coming in your direction, and there's drama starts to go. So I'm going to leave it at that, because they said that's it. They have to figure that out for themselves. And the sense that I'm getting here is you're kind of not wanting to see any of this, and highly, so you need to maybe be more aware of what's going on in your surroundings, because it really, there's chaos that is around a lot of people outside of you. So maybe to help that go downhill, I don't know, because people are in chaos around you and you seem to be the only one unaffected by it. So there's a need to understand this more deeply. So I'll leave it at that. Hopefully that helps you. But somehow you'll have to make sense of that. Again, it need to go deeper into things, right? There's an ability here. Somebody's going to move. I feel like this is the energy behind this man, but he may be coming to you to get you to move. So, and again, that's Aries energy, highly active and highly in it. And then the male, the masculine energy. So it's very much dominated. I feel like this guy's going to blow off in your direction. If it's your father, that's the energy. He's going to come off in your direction and let you know exactly where it's at. So be prepared. Be prepared. The situation here is going to blow, is what it seems like. So good luck with that. Hopefully that prepares you for something that's coming. And all you can do is move forward and just try and be aware of that. It's like there's something they want from you, but they're not getting it. And it's like a sense of avoidance. Yeah. So from you is what I get. So hopefully, I don't know, that irons itself out. So again, guys, thanks for coming in. Sorry, I can't. I'd be here all night if I just kept diving in. But what I'll be doing is coming in for an hour usually. I'm gonna try and limit it. I'll go hour and a half, whatever. But usually an hour to do as many readings as I can for those that come in and whatnot. And again, if you're looking for guidance, look to I'm doing most of my horoscope readings out here on YouTube anyway. This platform, I don't know. I'm gonna stay. It's looking pretty. Looking for other platforms, but anyway. So there's infinity readings and reviews on Facebook. Check things out in there and here and subscribe. That'll help you get notifications. Again, I don't know if anybody's getting those community bulletins, so I'll try and do most of my announcements in the Infinity Room. But again, I'll try and be on some kind of a consistent basis and see where that heads. So thanks again for everybody who came in. Sorry for those who I couldn't answer. Try and hit me up next time and keep watch for the postings. You're welcome, April. Okay, so take care, guys. Have fun, be kind, and I'll catch you next time.